Hey everyone and welcome to the club. Today I'll be showing you how to draw the Reaper from Overwatch. Let's move to the center of our page and draw on a dot. So this will be the starting point for the eyes. From here I just want to curve up and out towards the left. Starting from the center, we'll go up and then out. Go back to the center and do the same thing on the right side. I want to make sure that we go up to the same height. Now from the ends, I just want to draw a short angled line coming down the side of the eyes. Now I want to curve and taper down towards the bottom. So I want to make sure that this goes a little bit wider as you come down towards the bottom. So starting on the left, curve down to right about there. Let's do the same thing on the right. Now from here I just want to draw two curves that go up underneath the eyelid. Starting on the left, we're going to curve up and then in. Now that we got the eyes, let's draw on the center nose piece. From this point in the center, we're going to draw a straight line coming down to right about there. On either side of the inside of the eye, we're going to curve down and then in towards the bottom. Starting on the left, we'll curve down and then pull that in. About halfway along the side of the nose piece, we're going to draw two short angled lines coming down and out. Now we're going to take these 2 points and curve down towards the center. Now we want to go a little bit lower in the middle here. So we're going to go down and then just pull that down. And then we can go ahead and fill that all in black. From this bottom point, we're going to step down again towards the lower part of the chin and draw a point. From here, we're going to draw two angled lines going up and out. Now from here, we're going to draw two angled lines going up, aiming towards this point here in the eye. We're going to leave a little space. Starting on the left, we're going to go up in an angle. It's right about there. Do the same thing on the right. Now let's curve out the lower part of the cheeks. So on the left side, I just want to curve up and over. From here, we're going to draw on the inner edge of the hood. So let's start on the left side. We're going to curve around the eye and then just pull it back in. So we're going to go out and then pull that back in. Now let's connect those 2 points with a curve going up in the middle. Now down in this open area here, we want to layer the jaws in behind the face. So from the ends here, we're going to step in. I'm going to draw a curve. So on the left side, we're going to step in, curve in, and then down. And then from here, we're going to draw two straight lines coming up just above the side of the chin. Now I'm going to trace the inside edge of the jaw. So stepping in, we're going to follow that same curve, coming down, and then angle in. We'll do the same thing on the right. Let's go ahead and fill those areas in black. From the inside point of the left eye, I'm going to curve out and then down towards this point. We'll do the same thing on the right. Starting from the inside, we'll curve out and then down. Now from the outside points of the eye, I want to draw two short lines going up underneath the hood. So let's start up here. We're going to go up in an angle, and then the same thing on the right. Let's add a little bit more detail to the forehead. So from this center point, we're going to step up and draw another point. I just want to thicken up the brow area. So we're going to follow that same curve going underneath the hood. From the center point, curve up and then out. We'll do the same thing on the right side. Now just above the brow, I want to add another curve. So starting from the left side, I'm going to curve down in the middle and then back up on the right. Now up here, I want to add two half circles. So one on the left, just tucked underneath the hood, and then one on the right side. Let's add the two seams that go up along the forehead. So just above the left eye, I'm going to curve up and in. Now we're going to curve out. Start from this line, we're going to curve out, just just underneath that curve. And then we'll draw 2 straight lines coming down towards the bottom of these half circles. Now I just want to accentuate the cheekbones. So from the inside point here, I want to draw a straight line going up and out. We'll do the same thing on the right. Okay, so now that we got the face, let's work our way around the hood. So we're going to start on the left side here. From this point in the cheek, we're going to step up, we're going to curve down, and then out. I'm going to round this out and pull this in underneath the chin. So I'm going to round this out, and then just curve up and in underneath the chin. Let's do the same thing on the right side. So we're going to line up the top, we're going to curve down and out, we're going to round it out. Now I want to pull this in towards the inside of the chin. So start at the chin and just blend it out. Now let's go ahead and draw on the outside of the hood. So on the bottom edge on the left side, I'm going to curve out, and I'm just going to hook this in. Do the same thing on the right. So down here, I'm going to curve out, and then pull that in. We want to curve up towards the side of the hood. So from the left side, we're just going to blend this into a curve going up, just above this point here on the forehead. Now we're going to connect these 2 points going up towards the center peak. We want to round out the top. So we're going to round out the side, going up towards the middle. We're just going to round out the top. Now I'm going to come back down on the right side. So rounding out the top, curving down, and then we'll just blend that into a soft corner. Okay, so we got the head, let's work our way down the body. I'm going to start with the inside edge of the coat first. So on either side of the chin, let's start on the left side. I'm going to start by coming down. I'm going to kick it out and then back down again. So straight down. Now right here we're going to curve it out, and then we'll just pull that back down. We're going to do the opposite on the right side. So on the right side of the chin, we're going to come straight down, kick it out, and then pull it back down. Now I'm going to draw on the outside edge of the coat. From this line, we're going to step over. We're just going to follow this all the way down to the bottom point. So this is going to taper down. So starting by going across, and then right here we'll pull that in. Do the same thing on the right. Just follow that same curve, and as you get towards the bottom, just taper down to the point. We're going to layer the large shoulders in behind the coat. So just down here, we're going to curve out and then just pull that up. And then from here, we're just going to draw 2 short angled lines going in behind the head. In the center of the chest down here, we're going to draw a curve from left to right, coming down and then back up. We're going to step up and just trace that out. Just follow that same curve, going across. Now in the middle, I want to leave a little gap. So on either side of the chin, I'm going to draw 2 straight lines coming down, again leaving a little space above this line, and we're going to curve up underneath the coat on both sides. I just want to trace this out on the inside. So starting out, just come straight down, and we'll curve up. And we'll do the same thing on the right. Coming down, and then straight up. In these 2 areas, we're going to draw 2 horizontal lines side by side. Going across the bottom, step up, and draw another line. Now let's move down here and draw on the belt. So this belt is going to curve downwards towards the right. So on the inside of the left coat, we come down at an angle and then curve back out. We step down and draw that same curve, going down and then out. In the middle area right here, we're going to draw a straight line. From the bottom of this curve, go straight down towards the top of the belt. Now we're going to draw another belt curving down below here. So just stepping down, we're going to curve down and then back up on the right side. We're going to add 1 buckle on this side. So we're going to angle this. From the top, we'll angle down, step over, draw another line. We're going to draw a few lines over here. So in that same angle, draw 1, 2, 3, maybe 4 lines coming down. And then along the bottom of these 3 areas, we're going to step up, just draw a curve. In the middle of the body, we're going to step down below the belt. Right down here, we're going to draw a curve from left to right for the lower torso. On the left side, we're going to step in, curve down and out, going down towards the heel. Do the same thing on the right, going out and then down. Let's round out the bottom of the feet. So from the heel to the toe, we're going to curve down and then back up on both sides. Now let's draw on the toe cap. From this point in the toe, we're going to curve up. Now it's almost like a half circle. We're going to come down to right about here. I'm going to follow the same curve just right from this point in towards the inside of the leg. Let's do the same thing on the right. From the toe, we'll curve up and then just pull that down. Now I'm going to curve in towards the inside of the leg. Now from the top of the feet, we're going to curve up and out to the edge of the boot. And then we'll draw a subtle curve coming in towards the inside of the leg. From the corners of the boot, we're going to step in and just draw on the side of the leg. So from the left side, we're going to step in. I'm just going to aim towards the side of the hip, curving up underneath the coat. And then we'll do the same thing on the right side. Let's add a little bit of detail to the boot. So from this point on the outside of the boot, we're going to step in, draw an angled line going up. Do the same thing on the right, going up. Now from that same point here, we're going to curve around about halfway along the line, and we're just going to draw a short line going up in towards that line. Do the same thing on the right, curving across, then angling up and in. We're going to add a little bit of detail to the pants. So just above this boot cuff, we're going to step up. I'm just going to follow that about halfway. Do that on both sides. Now I'm going to curve up underneath the belt. So on the left side, we're going to go in and just pull that up. Now we want to show that the coat wraps around the legs. So from these 2 points, we want to connect it with a curve in behind the legs. Starting on the left, we're going to curve up, in behind the boot, in between the legs, and then it'll come back down on the right side. Now let's move back up and draw on the arms. So I'm going to have the arms to the side holding 2 simple pistols. So we're going to start with the inside part of the arm first. From this part of the shoulder, we're going to step down, curve down, and then out. Let's do the same thing on the right. So we're going to line up the top, curving down, and then out. From this point, I just want to round out the thumb. So I'm just going to draw a curve coming around, almost like a half circle. Now from here, I just want to draw a straight line going across. Now this is going to be the back end of the gun. So from these 2 points, we're going to draw 2 angled lines coming down. So let's start on the outside. I'm just going to go out. We're going to step into the edge of the thumb and draw that same angled line coming down. Now we're going to connect the bottoms with a straight line. Let's do the same thing on the right. So we're going to round out the thumb, almost like a half circle. We cap off the top of the gun. Now we're going to go in the opposite angle. From here, we're going to angle down and then out. Do the same thing with the top inside corner, and we'll connect the ends with a straight line. Now from these ends, I just want to angle up and in. So let's start on the left side. We're going to go up in an angle. Now we're going to pull that up with a straight line in behind the thumb. We'll do the same thing on the right. Angling up and in. Now we're going to tuck this in behind the thumb. Let's move out and draw on the rest of the hand. From this top corner of the gun, we're going to step down, we're going to curve around, and then up towards the wrist. Now let's connect those 2 points with a curve, coming down and then back in. We'll do the same thing on the right. From the top corner of the gun, we're going to step down, curving around. Now we're going to connect those 2 points on the wrist with a curve. From the outside of the wrist, we're going to curve up and out. So from here, we're going to go out, and then up, right about there. Now we're going to curve this back in towards the inside of the arm. Starting from the outside, curve down, and then in. And then we're going to tuck the arm in behind the shoulder and the forearms. So from these 2 points, we're going to step in and draw a curve. Do the same thing on the right. From these 2 points, we'll step in and draw a curve. Now halfway along the inside of the arm, from the outside, we're going to draw a curve, just for the seam of the shirt. On the left side, there's these 2 curved spikes on the outer part of the arm. So we're going to start on the top, we're going to step down, curve up, and then we'll taper that back down. We're going to draw that one more time. So leaving a little bit of space, curve up, and then we'll taper that back down. On the back of the right fist, there's a spike. So we're going to go out with a straight line, and then come back in. Let's add a little bit of detail to the forearm. From this top corner, we're going to angle down and in. And then from the inside, we're going to go in the opposite direction. And we'll connect those 2 points with a curve. Let's do the same thing on the right. From the top, we'll angle down and in. On the inside, we'll go in the opposite direction and then connect those 2 points with a curve. Now I've kept the guns very simple, but you can add as much detail as you like, but I'm going to add a little cap at the end of the gun. From this corner, we're going to step in, just follow that same angled line going down. From the inside, we're going to step in and just follow that same angle. We're going to connect those 2 points with a curve. Let's do the same thing on the right. From here, we're going to step in, draw an angled line. From the outside, we'll step in, draw that same angled line. We'll connect it with a curve. Just below the thumbs, I want to show the finger wrapped around the gun. So right in here, we're going to draw like a half circle for the finger. One other small detail I want to add are the 2 straps that come down the side of the jacket. So let's start from the top inside corner. We're going to curve down and out. We'll step down, draw that same curve. We're going to do that one more time. And then let's do the same thing on the right. Starting from the top, curve down and out. And then we're going to add a little band on the inside. So starting at the top, we'll draw a straight line coming down. We'll move out, draw that again. Do the same thing on the right side. And there we have it. There's the Reaper from Overwatch. I hope you enjoyed today's lesson. Make sure you subscribe and send me your requests in the comments below. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you again soon.